Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On first down, here's Franks. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. At the 23-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Franks. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. And they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Franks, 3rd down from the gun. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Dancing away at the 35. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Yeah, the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
At their 49-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
For the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. He'll look to throw. Oh, strip. The ball comes out. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal. And you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
1st and goal from the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Room to run pass. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses,
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
A throw over the middle, taken in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll set up a throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those? Feet in bounds. That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Under 10, 10. Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Oh, he rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off here the 32. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Raiders nothing.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 5. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0.
Broncos 14, Raiders nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Franks now. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be out right at the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They go play action with Franks. Escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Franks. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defense.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. KJ Hamler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Broncos 28, Raiders nothing. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got 3 down.
Setting up play action. Franks. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Come on, D. Mike 56. Mike 50. Let's go, D.
The Franks looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 1. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
Off play action. Franks gets this to Campbell out on the right side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On 1st and 10, Franks. He finds his man complete. That's Carson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Franks. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
First down throw. Here's Franks. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly...
Oh, wide open, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now left side on the sling pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They'll look to throw here. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is taken at the 15. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On 1st down, Jordan. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Franks. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jordan, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Operating from the gun. Franks. That ball caught by Campbell. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Second down, Franks. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Franks now to throw on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On 1st down, here's Franks. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got a man, complete. It's a big... Play there for the Broncos.
A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Denver.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down, as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. It's Franks now from the shotgun. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he goes out right around the 39. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. It's a big play there for Vegas. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards, as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Here we go.
Throwing after the interception. Franks. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you know